Xavier, King of Darknight. The Tyrant, the Mad King, and his beloved Queen. Their love transcends space and time. Now, I read his myth. Even though the story is tragic, at least for me, it is a sweet story. It feels fulfilling because at least they had each other in their final moments. Also, we learned a lot of things and got the confirmation for things that we already kind of knew. It's a great story, very beautiful story. Let's talk about the companion. This companion is unlocked with his tertiary Stellactrum 5-star solar pair, which can only be obtained from the limited banner. This limited banner is currently ongoing, so if you want the companion, now is the time to log into the game and wish on the banner. His main attribute is HP, so try equipping memories with talent HP, because they'll always have higher HP values compared to the other memories of the same level. And make sure to choose protocols that give high HP. There's an interesting thing when using talent HP memories with protocols that give high HP, which is that we get free damage boost to weekends. So I highly encourage you to do this. If you are unfamiliar about battles in Love and Deepspace, you can check out my combat guide series linked here. You can also find it in the description. You'll learn all the basics needed and more guides will be coming soon. Xavier's King of Darknight is a very powerful companion. But there is a lot we need to know about his mechanics. There is a lot going on. A lot of terms. So let's go step by step. I created multiple sections describing the mechanics. I'll leave all the timestamps in the description. Make sure you understand each section before going to the next section. I'll make sure at the end of this video you will know everything on how to maximize damage when using Xavier's King of Darknight. Let's start. First of all, we have 3 slots here for stacks of last words. This will fill up gradually, just like how the Ardent Oath does, but we can gain stacks or boost this accumulation. To gain stacks, we can use both basic and empowered support skill. They each grant 1 stack of last words. To boost the accumulation, we have a solar pair bonus, meaning we can use this bonus when we use this solar pair in the solar slot of the battle. It's a R0 bonus, so you don't need to rank up to use this. This bonus is when we use the charged attacks, they grant Pilgrim Prayer, which increase the accumulation rate for 10 seconds. You'll see this indicator for 10 seconds and you'll see this effect on the accumulation bar. Using the charged attack again will refresh the duration. As I said before, you can only use this when you equip his Ruby 5-star solar pair into the battle. When you use his Emerald or his Amber solar pairs, you can't use this. Okay, now we know how to accumulate last words. So for what do we use these last words? We consume last words when using our active skill. We consume 1 last word to get 1 Lumenflora Stamen. They are represented by these Lumenflora flowers around us. 1 flower represents 1 Lumenflora Stamen. You can also see it on the bottom with the number. We can hold up to 3 flowers at once. If we use the active skill when we don't have last words, we would not gain Lumenflora Stamens. With our exclusive weapon, when we use the active skill, we are able to recast the active skill within 2.7 seconds if we have at least one stack of last words to consume and of course at least one energy charge. And this active skill will be an enhanced attack. The exclusive weapon also lets us recover a bit of energy charged with the first active skill. And since we can use the active skill multiple times, this lets us collect the 3 Lumenflora Stamens in one go. Okay, so now, what are these Lumenflora Stamens used for? This will reduce the cooldown of a skill that appears after using the new Darknight Coronation skill. Yeah, there are a lot of terms here. Make sure you understand each section before going to the next section. Now I will talk about this new Coronation skill and gradually come to the skill that will get this cooldown reduction. So, this Coronation skill is available to us from the start of the battle. There is no need to unlock it. It is freely available, but it has a 30-second cooldown. In other words, we have to wait 30 seconds in order to use it. Now, if you remember, the active skill consumes a stack of last words. In addition to granting a Lumenflora Stamen, it reduces the Darknight Coronation cooldown by 4 seconds each time we use it. So the more we use the active skill, the quicker we can use the Darknight Coronation skill. So there is this process going on. The more stacks of last words we collect, we can consume them with the active skill, which lets us use this Darknight Coronation as soon as possible. I hope this is clear. And now let's talk about what happens after we use this Darknight Coronation. We will enter Darknight Reign for 9 seconds. We have these golden effects indicating we are now in the Darknight Reign, and the accumulation bar will act as an indicator for the 9 seconds. We also have another indicator here, and we won't be able to accumulate last words. The active skill gets replaced by the Chosen One's Blessing. Using this skill creates radiant ripples beneath us, dealing AoE damage. This is similar to the Forcier's Empowered Support skill, if you're familiar with that. We become invincible when using this skill. And also, perfect dodges in the Darknight Reign will not trigger the Empowered Support skill. Okay, remember we collected Lumenflora Stamens? They will reduce the cooldown of the Chosen One's Blessing, which has an initial cooldown of 13 seconds. For each Lumenflora Stamen we have, the initial cooldown will be reduced by 3.4 seconds. We are able to use this skill once, right after entering the Darknight Reign, and this cooldown is for using it the second or the third time. Before entering the Darknight Reign, if we collected one Lumenflora Stamen or we didn't collect any, we can only use this once because the cooldown time is higher than the 9 seconds of the Darknight Reign. If we have 2 Lumenflora, we can use it twice. And if we had 3, we can use it 3 times. The maximum number of times we can use it is 3 times. We collect the Lumenflora Stamens before we use the Darknight Coronation skill. And a benefit of the exclusive weapon is, within the Darknight Reign, the damage dealt on the Wanderers and the damage boost to Weakened are both increased by 8%. So a tip is, it's better to use the Ardent Oath while you are in the Darknight Reign than using it outside Darknight Reign. Another benefit of this companion is when we enter into the Darknight Reign or at the end of the 9 seconds of the Darknight Reign, the support skill will gain a recovery boost. It will be recovered in 5 seconds. Now this can be a disadvantage if you almost recovered the support skill, because no matter what, when you use the Darknight Coronation, the support skill will be recovered in 5 seconds. You may lose some of the recovery, so it's better to use the support skill before entering the Darknight Reign and also before it ends. That's when we can take advantage from this. So, when considering everything, the flow of using this companion is collecting last words, then using the active skill to collect 3 Lumenflora Stamens and also reduce the cooldown of the Darknight Coronation, and then weaken the Wondrous, and then we use the Darknight Coronation. Then within the Darknight Reign, use the Chosen One's Blessing 3 times. And also, if you have the Ardent Oath, use it in the Darknight Reign. This is kind of the flow that you have to follow in order to maximize damage. And these are the benefits of ranking up the Solar Pair. Now remember, you can only use these bonuses when equipping this Solar Pair into the battle. If you equip another Solar Pair, you'll only be able to use the base bonuses, which are written in black here. So even if you add both the memories, you'll only use the bonuses when equipping this Solar Pair to the battle, not whenever you use the companion. I hope this clarifies. You have to use both the memory pair and the companion in order to take advantage of the bonuses. And that's all about Xavier's King of Darknight. I hope this guide will help you in his battles. I tried to make it as simple as possible. There is a lot going on in his mechanics. Make sure to have a high HP for his battles. And if there's anything unclear, just ask me in the comment section. This is from my battle guide series. If this guide helped you, like and subscribe to my channel. There will be more combat guides with tips coming soon. I want to keep them as simple as possible for everyone to understand. And also check out the battle guides for other companions on my channel. Also, if you want to share anything about his myth, just feel free to write in the comments. As I said before, it's a very beautiful story. I loved it. This is Aries Haven and see you in my next video.